Hello everybody, my name is Howie. Today, I kind of have a radical idea I've been planning on doing. Before you ask, yes, this is Microsoft Paint. And this is where I'll be doing all of my concept for this video. So what I've been deciding I want to do is, so you know how all gamer chairs look the same? I know, hard sell. They all look like chairs that are coming out of race cars. You'll also notice if you ever look at any kind of gaming chair, any kind of office chair, you'll immediately notice that they all have weight limits that are pretty goddamn low. Now, what I wanted to do, this is what started it all, I wanted to make a chair that was beefier. Let me just put beefy. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be beefy with 2 underlines. Alright? And what happened is I started designing a chair that was made out of steel and aluminum. And it became this project where now I'm deciding I want to make a hydraulically connected chair, alright, with 3 pistons, alright. So imagine this is your chair legs, okay, here's your little itty-bitty wheels, alright, and then here's your piston array, alright. Piston arrays usually just have one, right? It's just a regular, super-duper little piston. That thing just equalizes pressure between 2 points and technically almost floats. If you didn't know that, you're basically floating when you sit on that piston. This is different. This is a hydraulic ram, alright? This hydraulic ram will have 3 points, alright? These are not going to be to scale, okay? 3 points offset, like this. So here would be one, here would be the other, and here would be the other, alright? Now here's the catch. What does this mean? What does this do, and why? First one is, what will this do? So I'll just type that out. I'll just write that. What it'll do is it'll actually allow for, tilt and rotation. So, the way these will be connected is they'll have little itty-bitty ball joints that are kinda capped on, alright? If you don't know what a ball joint is, maybe I'll show a video here, or maybe I'll just show this stupid drawing. This is a dumb drawing. Basically a ball joint that's mounted to your piston. Alright? That allows for rotation. Now they'll have this mounted to 3 points. 3 ball jointed joints. And what'll happen is when one of these pistons down here moves, this one will lift, causing the chair to tilt like that. Alright? Now, if this one back here was to lift, it would cause it to go the other way. Alright? And if this one on the back here, assuming this is front, back, side to side, doesn't really matter, it'll cause rotation towards you. I don't know if that's a good representative arrow, but that's the whole goal. It'll be in 3... Let me see if I can draw a grid plane. 3 directions. So this is supposedly a grid plane. If you know what that is, it's an X and a Y and a Z. Alright? Allowing you to move in 3D plane. Now, why did I want to do this? One, it just seemed to help fund the project, maybe, by making it more interesting. Like I said, the original plan was just to make a more beefy chair. Now, that is the why. The why I'm doing this. Entertainment. I wanted to make people actually notice it and realize that this is a stupid thing, but you'll notice it. It's publicity stunt. The end goal is to hopefully garner funding. So, funding. I already have a guy possibly lined up, and I'm not going to make any promises that this guy is going to follow through. I need funding in at least the thousands, which I know to some people is like, oh, you only need a few $1,000s? Yeah, but how many people just have a few $1,000s on hand to do whatever they want? So, I have to somewhat crowdsource. This involves me going onto MS Paint and drawing pictures. Keep in mind, my actual chair design, has no prototypes. I don't know if it will work. I don't know if it's going to function. And there's no way for me to test those without even doing anything. So why not do something stupid? I have gathered enough funding to do something stupid. I have a guy lined up to help me do something stupid because they want entertainment. They don't want a functioning product. But if you want a functioning product, I need to get that funding. So here we are. We're making a super duper hydraulic chair. The concept kind of came to me when a friend of mine suggested, instead of having a singular piston chair, this is a stupid little chair that I'm just drawing over here, instead of having a single piston chair where you just have, the regular basic singular piston, why not add another piston back here? He recommended that might add more durability for a minor cost, because pistons, for you don't know, is pretty darn cheap. These pistons aren't that expensive. But it kind of got me thinking, what would make it more exciting? Because I need to make it more exciting. Well, what if, instead of having a weird spring mechanism that allows the chair to tilt back 45 degrees or something dumb, that allows this to rotate, on this pinion here. And that's your chair design that comes in there's your socket holder for your joint, all right, for your piston underneath, all right. Instead of having that, why not make the whole fucking thing rotate? And I thought first, what if I just did a couple regular pistons, all right, a regular piston and a hydraulic ram, and I just had this on a regular hinge that rotated along this axis, all right, and then this one back here, mounted to the plate, would just ram back and forth, up and down, causing the chair to tilt, all right? You know what I mean? And it would tilt the whole chair back. So you can have a powered tilt chair. If you guys have never seen, like, a lift chair for old people, it's not a hydraulic ram. It's usually an electric motor or an electric screw, ball screw, whatever you want. Not a ball screw. Those are really expensive. It's usually just an Acme screw. If you don't know the difference between a ball screw and an Acme screw, quick. Acme screws have square, relatively precise threads. All right, they look kind of like that. And a ball screw has precisely ground ball threads for a ball to literally ride in. So an Acme screw would use corresponding same sized thread. This is a bad drawing, but you guys got to get the point. The thread would be the same size, relatively meshing pretty smoothly, and a ball would actually have a literal ball running between usually a bearing surface inside of whatever, a trace or whatever they call it, and that would cause it to glide even more smoothly because you have precision ground balls that would make it less sloppy. This is getting off subject. We're talking about a hydraulic chair. If you've ever seen, like, a car with hydraulics in it, you'll know they look pretty funny and cool, because your car will do funny stuff like lift in the front and jump. This is a bad car again, but you guys you're gonna get the point. All right, the car will jump by doing fun little hydraulic jumps. All right, and it causes the car to go woo, up in the air, and nobody usually sits in them because it's super dangerous. Now, why do I want to do this if it's super dangerous? Because we'll go back down here. You're focusing on this car. I'm drawing a little circle. We're going down over to, oh wow, funding. There is also a sub-motive. I want to try to make something entertaining and fun and inventive. And I would like to go to, William Osmond, if you're watching this, open sauce. Open sauce. Wow. Live. I want to open a booth, and I want to show this, but I have a limited amount of time. Alright? And this means I need to make something quick and easy. And what's easier than ramming 3 hydraulic rams onto a base plate, mounting them with ball joints, and letting them go wild on a flat surface that can be called a chair. Alright? Hopefully, I can find some used hydraulic rams. I do actually kind of know a guy. But what I need is 3 hydraulic rams. I'm going to abbreviate this, HRs. Alright? I need 6 beautiful ball joints, BJs, if you will. And then I need at least 2 plates of steel to weld or bolt or whatever. I'm just going to put plates. And that would conclude the basic fundamentals to get me off to a good start. Why am I making this video about all this, and why you guys can see the recording thing in the top? I don't know. I'm just kind of winging this right now. It kind of popped into my head last minute, and this is what I've decided to do. Maybe you guys like it, maybe you guys hate it. Leave a like down below on what you think. I'm going to do some really crappy editing on this video, and maybe it'll be really boring. But it was just one of those things where I just, I gotta do this right now. I gotta do it right now. If I don't do it right now, I'm gonna forget. So here it is. Y'all have a wonderful day.